All right, let's dive right in. We're going to talk about a huge challenge that pretty much everyone faces. How do you stop your data from just being, a pile of numbers and turn it into your secret weapon? In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how you can transform that raw data into reports that actually make things happen.
Seriously, think about that for a second. Your organization has data on literally everything. Sales, web traffic, operations, you name it. But is it all just noise? Or is there a clear signal in there trying to get your attention? So that's the problem, right? Getting the data is easy. Figuring out what it's actually saying, that's where the real work begins. So here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll look at the data overload we're all dealing with. Then we'll get crystal clear on our goal, boosting performance. After that, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of crafting a great report. We'll see how that report bridges the gap from analysis to decision, and finally, we'll wrap it all up. Sound good? Let's go.
Okay, first up, data everywhere. And that subtitle really nails it. The challenge isn't collection, it's connection. We have become absolute pros at collecting data, but connecting all those dots to see the bigger picture, that's a whole different ballgame. And it really does feel like we're swimming in it, doesn't it? Sometimes even drowning. So the real mission here, what we're trying to do is to build a bridge, a really sturdy bridge that takes us from that chaotic ocean of information straight to the solid ground of smart, effective, and, let's be honest, confident decision-making. So why bother building this bridge? What's the payoff? Well, that brings us right to section 2, boosting performance. This is the big why. It's the whole reason we mess with data in the first place. Because when you do it right, data analysis isn't just a task, it's the engine that drives your organization's growth. And here's what that path looks like. It's a super clear, logical flow. Step 1, you do the analysis. You get your hands dirty with the numbers. Step 2, you create a report that's actually insightful. Step 3, that report lands on the desk of a leader and helps them make a smart call. And what happens when you make better decisions? Step 4, you see a real boost in performance. Each step literally flows into the next one. Which leads us to the heart of the matter in section 3, crafting that report. So what exactly do we mean by a complete report? It's definitely not just a spreadsheet you email over. As you can see here, it's a structured document. Its job is to translate all that complicated analysis into clear, actionable insights for the people in charge. The keywords there are translate and actionable. Its entire reason for being is to make a decision happen. Now, this is the blueprint, the recipe for a killer report. First, you have to state the key business question you're trying to answer. Super important. Then you share only the core findings, the stuff they absolutely have to know. You gotta be ruthless here and cut out the noise. Next, you provide just enough supporting data to show you did your homework, but not so much that their eyes glaze over. And finally, and this is the most important part, you give them clear recommended actions. You don't just say, here's the data. You say, here's what we should do about it.
Okay, on to our fourth section, from analysis to decision. This is where we really see the report's magic trick, which is taking something super technical and complex and making it strategically simple and crystal clear. This chart just perfectly captures that transformation. Over on the left, you've got your raw analysis. It's complicated, it's technical, it's really for other analysts. But the strategic report on the right, it translates all of that into something clear, concise, and focused on business insights for leaders. But the biggest difference is right there at the bottom. Raw analysis shows you what is happening. A strategic report explains so what, why anyone should care. And that leads us to our final section. So, what is your data saying? Let's bring all these ideas together so we can finally start listening to the story our data's trying to tell us and use it to make a real impact. This quote just sums it all up perfectly, doesn't it? It's a journey. You start with raw data, you organize it into useful information, and then you turn that information into a powerful insight that actually boosts the performance of your organization. That right there is the entire goal. So I'll leave you with this one question to chew on. After everything we've talked about, what's the one single decision happening in your world right now that could be a whole lot better if you just listen to what your data is trying to tell you? Think about it. Thanks for tuning in.